Getting your ex back advice, the single best tip. If you have recently gone through a split with your ex that you didn't want to happen, then you are probably trying really hard to get them back. The hardest part is that they just don't want it to happen, and the harder you try, the worse things get. You think about what you are going to say for ages, and then call them up and it doesn't work. If anything, it made things worse, so you go looking to your friends for some ex back advice, as you will try anything. Does this sound familiar? Unfortunately, despite their best intentions, our friends rarely provide the best ex back advice. They tend to give advice on what to say next. They deconstruct what you have already said that didn't work and then say, perhaps it would be better if you tried saying this or that. So, armed with something new to say, you give your ex another call to see if it works. But it doesn't. The best ex back advice is not to say this or that, it is to say nothing at all. That's right, don't call them. Sounds strange, doesn't it? How will you fight for your relationship if you don't speak to them? Well, it is that very fighting that makes things worse. If they dumped you, then they have their reasons, and when you constantly call them, you are reminding them of these reasons. So how does not calling them turn things round? If you do not call them, they can start to relax about the situation. This is where this ex back advice starts to come into its own. They are not constantly dreading having another awkward conversation with you. This means that they might start to think about the good times in the relationship and even start to miss those good times. And when they start to miss those times and think of you in a positive way, they will start to wonder why you haven't called. What happens next really works to your advantage. They get curious about what you are up to. Are you having more fun than them? Have you met someone else? And this starts to play on their mind. Did they make the right decision? Eventually, their curiosity will get the better of them and they will call you. When they are calling you, they are much more receptive than when you are calling them. That is why not calling them is the single best tip of getting your ex back advice.